foundation of cloud and rain model universe and how it improves Big Bang theory. Whereas clouds are persistently there every day, thanks nature, rain doesn't always fall. Cloud and rain model as a model of structure of the universe is derived from the ultimate law or fate of the universe that is nature facts, especially equality pattern fact. Cloud and rain model is harmonious with all updated cosmological observations and physics laws. By enlarging the observable universe we got right now, while maintaining the whole space after the enlarging still having the same characters with the observable universe, in such a way so the enlarged universe to surround universe core, plus to expect that almighty supercluster of galaxies in the enlarged observable universe getting gravity effect via dark flow toward the center point of universe core. Universe's core itself must be a mighty big area, and to perceive that compressed matter or dense matter can flit faster than light. The real universe will be cloud and rain model. Special thanks to Alexander Kaczynski and friends to the work of identification of dark flow since 2008. Patterns facts of nature. This nature facts is applied as a foundation of cloud and rain model universe. Pattern facts of nature is the highest law in the universe. It is the ultimate judge of everything. We can mention it as the law of everything. Physics laws, cases, and events are harmonious with pattern facts of nature. Likewise, theories and conclusions in the universe have to harmonize with and obey pattern facts of nature. Pattern facts of nature is neither coincidental thing nor a man-made law. Everything without exception, including events that we experience every moment, will always follow and obey pattern facts of nature. The most significant pattern facts of nature are: first, equality pattern; second, stability pattern; and the last, uniqueness pattern. These three pattern facts are highly involved in our daily life and activities, but we are not going to discuss stability pattern fact during this time. Equality pattern fact of nature states every subject or thing, either real or abstract, such as matter, energy, even formulas, space, time, and software, has equality pattern. Character that is every subject has equality pattern with other subjects in this universe. In other words, there is no subject having no ecliptic pattern at all with other subject in this universe. Most commonly, every subject, either real or abstract, has ecliptic pattern with more than one other subject in this universe. One significant expression of ecliptic pattern fact is mathematics. Uniqueness pattern fact of nature states every concrete or real subject or thing such as matter, structure, formation, building, and other items has uniqueness character with one or more other subject that have ecliptic pattern with it. This fact expresses that regardless every leaf of the same tree has extremely high degree of ecliptic pattern with other leaves, every of them remain unique. One significant expression of uniqueness pattern fact is fingerprint. To compare cloud and rain model with Big Bang theory. Big Bang theory in a short words. The universe began after the Big Bang event around 13.8 billion years ago, where a point of ultimate dense and hot exploded. Then the space is continuing to expand in acceleration with time to go on and cosmos objects keeps contracting and growing. This model is declared to be compatible with Hubble-Lemaître law, the observation that the farther away a galaxy, the faster it is receding the Earth. In 1924 to 1929, Edwin Hubble derived Hubble's law to express a correlation between distance and receding velocity, while during 1927 to 1933, George Lemaitre also suggested that the receding of nearby galaxies can be explained by an expanding universe. Lemaitre proposed that the universe expanded from an initial point which he called the primeval atom. Lemaitre also proposed that cosmic rays may be the leftover of the initial explosion. In 1933, at the California Institute of Technology, after Lemaitre presented his theory, Einstein gave him a standing applause. Prior to Hubble's and Lemaitre's work during 1912 to 1917, Presto Martin Slipper had done his work to measure that most cosmos object redshift. And during 1922 to 1924, Alexander Friedman, which applied Einstein's relativity equation, had also proposed the concept of expanding space. In 1948, Gamow wrote an important paper on cosmology to support the Big Bang theory. On that paper, Gamow made an estimation of the strength of the residual cosmic microwave background radiation. The most outstanding evidence of the Big Bang theory is the detection of CMBR, which was discovered by Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson in 1965. In short, the foundation of Big Bang theory is most cosmos objects redshift and existing of cosmic microwave background radiation or CMBR. Cloud and rain model in a short words. Cloud and rain model as a model of structure of the universe is derived from the ultimate law or fact of the universe, that is nature facts, especially equality pattern fact. Cloud and rain model only talks about structure of the universe. Cloud and rain model doesn't have concept of the origin of the universe. The one universe has center or core. Contents of the mighty space are dominantly clusters, galaxies, and dark matter. Eternity cycle of the one universe is by continuing the construction of galaxy cloud and condensation of aged galaxies and crashed galaxies. The condensed galaxies or dead galaxies then flit back toward universe core like rain over our home. The universe core with superclusters of galaxies in cosmos has equality pattern with Earth having the clouds above it, while dark matter has equality pattern with atmosphere of the Earth. The dynamics of galaxies in cosmos are caused by 5 main forces. The first is fusing force of dark matter to cause superclusters of galaxies to continue to spread in cosmos. Second, gravity of universe's core that attracts mighty superclusters of galaxies toward universe's core. Third, gravity of neighboring superclusters of galaxies to cause them to combine. Fourth, galaxies dynamics in mighty superclusters of galaxies. The last, random cosmos events like difference density between cosmos area influence of dynamics of superclusters of galaxies to the environment and other events at cosmos. In short, the foundation of cloud and rain model is pattern facts of nature. Discussion. By not neglecting the pattern facts of nature, the following are comparison and explanation of the two models, Big Bang model and cloud and rain model. First, most cosmos objects redshift. This is an observation. We all are fine if we use this as the main baseline. Without neglecting other factors of cosmos, most galaxies are present in several mighty superclusters of galaxies that are traveling in cosmos. Actually, in cloud and rain model, the dynamics of galaxies in cosmos are caused by 5 main forces: fusing force of dark matter, gravity of universe's core, gravity of neighboring supercluster of galaxies to cause them to combine, galaxies dynamics in mighty superclusters of galaxies, and random cosmos events. of dark matter is responsible for cosmos objects to scatter throughout cosmos. This is the main reason of most cosmos objects redshift. Nevertheless, except the gravity of neighboring superclusters of galaxies, all these forces tend to also give redshift. Redshift and blueshift describe the change in the frequency of light wave, depending on whether an object is nearing or receding us. When an object is receding us, the light from the object is indicating redshift, and when an object is nearing us, the light from the object is indicating blueshift. So, cloud and rain model has no problem with most cosmos objects redshift. Against the statement that it is not objects that are traveling, it is space which are expanding, please note that space expanding is still only an assumption to answer why the observation of most cosmos objects redshift with Big Bang theory. Until this time, that assumption could be right, could be wrong. It isn't a final conclusion yet. It means other possibility besides space expanding concept could also be right. Just a simple note. As long as it is still assumption, never close the door toward other possibilities. The one which giving less mystery should to consider more. Second, compressed matter. Compressed matter or compressed atom structure matter is the matter where atom nucleus and electrons become one, so that there is no space in that compressed matter. The matter is just dense matter. In the structure of ordinary matter, there is very much space between atom nucleus and electrons, space more than 80% of volume in the structure atom. But it is different with compressed matter. In compressed matter, space almost or equals 0% and matter almost or equals 100%. So cosmos that contains space almost or equals 100% have no power to prevent compressed matter to flit faster than light. Einstein's special relativity equation is meant for space-time and light. A thing must contain space and react with light in order to conveniently shoot special relativity equation. An ordinary matter where it contains more than 80% volume of space and reacts with light is excellent for special relativity equation. Again, it is different with compressed matter. In compressed matter, space is almost or equals 0% and compressed matter doesn't interact with light. As light does interact with ordinary matter, light to pass through and to bounce from ordinary matter. On the contrary, light doesn't pass through and bounce from compressed matter. And again, special relativity equation doesn't have power to limit the traveling speed of compressed matter. Although compressed matter disobeys upper speed limits settled by special relativity, but it still fully respects special relativity. Actually, some misinterpretation has occurred. The following is the text taken as it is from Wikipedia. Speed of light. As a result, if something were traveling faster than c relative to an inertial frame of reference, it would be traveling backwards in time relative to another frame, and causality would be relative, where c is the speed of light. The picture above. This is only the assumption even. The object is traveling from A to D. We have two observers. One observer named X moving with the object and the other one named Y staying at D. On arrival at D, the observer X opened the door of the craft and get handshake with Y. Observer X must get the absolute local time at D without denying. Observer Y says to X that he saw nothing observation of the craft or object coming at all before X coming. The X arrival there is at a sudden like a ghost. Yes, that is because X and the craft travel faster than light. So, X arrives earlier than the light to send the observation of X travel. Then they both watch what happens. For object moving from A to D with the speed faster than light but less than 2 times the light speed, starting since the arrival of X at D, both observer will watch the observation of backwards moving of the object from D towards A, with the speed faster than the real movement of the object from A towards D. For object moving from A to D with the speed more than 2 times the light speed, starting since the arrival of X at D, both observer will watch the observation of backwards moving of the object from D towards A, with the speed slower than the real movement of the object from A towards D. So, it would be traveling backwards in time, means an observation of the object traveling backwards, like we can see our action at mirror, we expect causality wouldn't be relative. Samples of compressed matter are black hole, dark matter, stars, nucleus, planets, nucleus, satellites, nucleus, and universes nucleus, or universes core. Cloud and rain model has a note that a redshift object that having z value much bigger than 1.0 could either mean that the object nearing or receding, or object moving with the speed much faster than light. Whether the object nearing or receding the observer will always indicate redshift. That is because on the above situation, the light of the object that arrives first to the observer is always the light that comes from the nearer position of the moving object, regardless it is starting or end position of the moving object. Observation to objects moving much faster than light, or z much bigger than 1.0. This is just a simplification to objects travel faster than light that we observe from our galaxy or post MW. See the picture above. Then take a point X where the angle of x1, x, MW is 90 degrees. Assume, as this is just a simplification, an object with constant speed flitting from Q toward N with speed 3 times the light speed, while MW just stationary over there. This is a simulation and simplification of the expecting event where MW drifts slowly, while an object flits faster than the light speed with acceleration from Q toward N. Object leaving Q to X, we see nothing at all yet. That object flits with the speed 3 times of the light speed. The light from the object at pose X will arrive earliest at MW, and that is when the object arrives at pose X1. Then, at that time, we will watch the instant appearing of an object like to blaze at pose X. Afterwards, that object will divide, becoming two objects that move toward opposite directions. One object will flit towards N, while the other one will flit towards Q. At the moment we observe that object on pose X, the light that comes from that object at pose Q just arrives at Q2. Observation of the movement from X to Q is unreal. It is just like a shadow. The real movement is that object travels from Q towards X, which we will never get this data if we use redshift observation, just like for the redshift Z less than 1.0, but the redshift we get with this unreal movement has been highly amplified. Value for the unreal movement from pose X to pose Q is significantly so much higher than the real movement from pose X to pose X1, and this situation is so much to correlate with the identification of dark energy. The misinterpretation of the redshift reading for objects traveling much faster than light as described above could be the amplifier of the identification of dark energy for the era after the year 2000. The trap is coming from the grasp that nothing can travel faster than light. Actually, only ordinary matter can travel faster than light. Besides the above situation, gravity of universe's core that attract that galaxies to flit back toward universe's core could also to blame to be the cause of the acceleration movement, which then correlate to dark energy. Fourth, dark matter. Thanks to detection and identification of a thing called dark matter in cosmos, a thing that invisible to light and electromagnetic radiation. Its existing is detected by its effects against galaxy and galaxy cluster dynamics, and due to the above characters, it is called dark matter. Cloud and rain model really needs the existence of things to have characters just like dark matter in Big Bang theory. That thing acts as cosmos atmosphere and have equality pattern with Earth atmosphere. That's why cloud and rain model will simply adopt its characters and its name with a simple note that dark matter is actually a kind of dense matter or compressed matter. Fifth, cosmic microwave background or CMB. The discovery of CMB by Arnold Penzias and Robert Wilson in 1965 was in favor of the Big Bang theory. Cloud and rain model is just a model, not a theory. So in principle, cloud and rain model adopt many theories and calculations in Big Bang theory, with some modification or changing the interpretations. Although it is only a model, it is derived based on nature's fact. Areas at or above surface of universe's nucleus launches abundant particles identified so far as dark matter to cosmos at extraordinary speed, faster than the light speed every time. Dark matter then spread away throughout mighty space like the atmosphere of cosmos. Besides being the source of stars, solar system and galaxies construction, dark matter dynamics in mighty space drag galaxies away from universe's nucleus to spread in cosmos. This dynamics is responsible of most cosmos objects' redshift. Dark matter that fill the entire cosmos is in dynamics. It isn't static. Dark matter fleets with the speed faster than light. We cannot see this dark matter dynamics. Nevertheless, this dark matter dynamics leaves microwave radiation everywhere in cosmos, which has been identified as cosmic microwave background radiation or CMB. The temperature of CMB is so cold, only about 3 degrees Kelvin, because dark matter fleets in an emptiness of space. This way, cloud and rain model universe answers about cosmic microwave background. Dark matter and CMB are everywhere in space, but we have limit of observation. Galaxy cluster construction. We know that our galaxy Milky Way is in mingling process with Andromeda to grow to become bigger galaxies. At the same time, Milky Way and Andromeda are getting attracted toward Virgo supercluster. Milky Way and Virgo superclusters are getting attracted toward bigger supercluster, which is Laniakea supercluster. Then Laniakea supercluster is getting attracted toward much bigger supercluster that is Cepheid supercluster. Cepheid supercluster is also getting attracted toward Vela superclusters, and it is not stopped there. Vela superclusters, together with such many other mighty superclusters, are getting attracted by dark flow toward a certain state. The above dynamics has a very high degree of equality pattern with clouds characters over our sky. Now, we get the biggest object in the universe that is a supercluster of galaxies called the Hercules corona Borealis Great Wall, which was discovered in early November 2013, with the size about 2 times of the huge LQG. It is the largest known formation in the universe. It's so wide that light takes about 10 million years to move across the entire structure. Meanwhile, in Big Bang theory, the universe is only 13.8 billion years old. Not to mention that content of space at that era isn't only Hercules Hercules corona Borealis Great Wall. No wonder if Big Bang theory had to get long time debate regarding this structure. On the other hand, Hercules corona Borealis Great Wall and huge LQG have no problem with cloud and rain model. Even it has equality pattern with clouds characters over our sky as instead. And with the claim the identification of dark cloud in 2008 by Alexander Kaslinsky and his collaborators is again giving the advantage to cloud and rain model universe, as this is to support the existing of universe's core gravity. Big Bang event. Big Bang event is an assumption to be the cause of the space to expand. But Big Bang theory get conflict with equality pattern fact of nature in terms of an explosion case like just one instant explosion followed by no ending spark like no ending space expansion has no equality pattern with other case in this universe. According to equality pattern fact of nature, the case of no-ending expansion of space must be sourced by no-ending bang or no-ending Big Bang. According to equality pattern fact of nature, there must be a center of the universe, point of explosion as center of the space to expand, which isn't any at the space expanding concept. In Big Bang theory, cosmos keep continuous to expand at everywhere in cosmos. Without necessary need of a center point, we have a knot bend, like we attracting a rubber to expand. It is fine if there is no center of the expanding of that rubber, because in this case, the expanding isn't caused by a point to cause that. It is different with Big Bang theory, since the expanding are connected directly to the Big Bang, which supported by CMB, so there must be a center of expanding. So, single Big Bang even in Big Bang theory isn't harmonious with equality pattern fact of nature. A. Universe's core. The existence of universe's core is an assumption. Although it is only assumption, but the combination of the point or area where the dark ball attract mighty cosmos objects plus the galaxy cluster characters in cosmos has a very high degree equality pattern with our Earth and clouds over our sky. Of universe's core plus the detection of dark matter in cosmos or which has equality pattern with Earth atmosphere can easily explain why there is continuous dispersing of cosmos objects in space. The location of universe's core universe's core is the area where almighty supercluster of galaxies get attracted toward it. The claim of the identification of dark cloud in 2008 by Alexander Kaslinsky and his collaborators is in favor of cloud and rain model, since the point where dark cloud attract the mighty superclusters of galaxies can be proposed to be the center of the universe's core. The universe's core itself should be very large, so the model of the universe's core together with dark matter, dark cloud, and supercluster of galaxies characters is harmonious with equality pattern fact of nature. It has the equality pattern with the Earth, the atmosphere, and the clouds. Besides harmonious with pattern facts of nature, cloud and rain model is also harmonious with two main foundations of Big Bang theory, which are most cosmos objects redshift and CMBR. While Big Bang theory isn't harmonious with pattern facts of nature. Big Bang theory significantly needs 2 points to correct, which are: first, there must be no ending bang or no ending Big Bang, or could be just artificial bang. 2. There must be a center of the universe as the location of continuous bang or Big Bang, or could be just artificial bang. And only cloud and rain model can do that correction. Then actually, cloud and rain model is just an improvement or development of the current Big Bang theory.